big day getting this out and deployed. We're just going to carry on right now. This is it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work, but we're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep going. You can keep me company in the chat if you're here. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, right now we're just deploying space. 300 of them. There you go. That's all the spaces we're deploying, and we are currently onto the epic mediums. We have worked down the rarities in order. It's taken us about 15 minutes to run from one end to the other because I got kicked out and I had to rejoin. And it's about a 15-minute run continuously from one end to the other. So, yeah, this is, yeah. I have to do this every couple of days now to collect these hourglasses. It's going to take time. Everything in this game takes time. It's all good. I've run out of energy twice trying to run this. There's literally no energy left. Alright. Let's keep going, shall we? Hey, Jonard, how you doing? Welcome, welcome. Just woken up, mate? Good, good. What is it over there? It's quite late for you, isn't it? What's the time? It's about 8 PM. Or am I wrong? Is it the other way around? Is it 4 AM? I thought you were 8 hours ahead. We have forums in our Discord for someone who needs something in the game. That's amazing. I mean, I know we got. Are you talking about the noobs Discord, yeah? With the big time sections. Tis amazing. Awesome work on that, buddy. You're doing great. Oh, Jonard, I want you to do this, mate. I wish you could do this for me. I wish you could do this for me. Imagine being your full-time job, just running down this corridor, collecting glasses and refining them. Because that's currently my full-time job. We'll get there. Do. Bro, you can't even see. You cannot even see. It's like just like goes for days. It just goes for days. Like, I can't even zoom out on the map anymore. It's just a line. I've done every space in a straight line. It's so far. What we're going to do when we get to the end, we'll put a placer and we'll run back and we'll check the distance. This is 350 spaces. 350 spaces in total being deployed. So there was a bug at 300. I think they may have fixed it. We're going to see. So we're just putting out a little bit just to test it. Bro, I'm learning a lot from you. If I buy 300 spaces and wardens, it's like $30k US at the moment. If you buy 300, how much is 300 spaces? I don't think you can. I mean, maybe. Let's have a look. What would it be? If I went to open loot, that's a really good question. Give me 1 second, guys. 1 sec. All good. Sorry about that. Just if I get a certain phone call from a certain person, I have to answer it. It's important, you know? And yeah. When you've got parents and they get a bit older and you get a phone call, you always just answer it in case, you know? It's always good to do that, just in case. You never know when it's bad news or when there's a problem or something they need your help with. So it's all good. I bought a legendary Warden some days ago for 1,400 and saw the price drop into 800 now. I hope to find many spaces just by playing instances. How was it for you? Did you loot many of the spaces? Yeah, so really good questions, mate. Really good questions. And yeah, I mean, look, I also got caught up in a mania, and I record videos telling people not to get caught up in the hype. And even I got caught up in the hype. I was buying common Time Wardens at 350 a pop, and they dropped down to 200 a pop. So I lost like $1,500 pretty much within 2 or 3 days. But it happens, you know, it happens. It's the risk you take. It's the gamble you take. I mean, what if they went to $1,000? What if, you know, just what if? But I also made some incredible purchases as well. I bought some exalted armories for $200. I bought an exotic armory for $800, and that even went down. I think there's an exotic that's even cheaper at the moment. So yeah, there's some definite deals to be had out there, and whether it goes up or down, I don't know. I mean, look, this is my theory. I think Big Time as a token will go down in value, and if that happens, I think all of the assets will go down in value. So I do expect them to drop, and I think if you're going to buy the assets, you probably want to buy them when the token is around 5 cents maybe, not 15 cents. Just that would be my opinion, but I might be wrong. But that's just my opinion. I think at the moment, because the token price is really high, the assets are really high. Mick, hello dear. May I know what is the basic thing to start earning? How to change from free to play to earn? I was playing Big Time before, so I understand things. Yeah, absolutely. It's a really good question. I did a video on this. And so, look, it's difficult, right? It is difficult. I'm not even going to pretend to lie. And the reason it's difficult right now is because it's free to play and it's pay to earn. So you have to pay to earn. But the question is, how much are you going to pay and how much are you going to earn? And that's the difficulty, right? Because if you pay for something that's overpriced, then you end up... It's like if you buy a house. You buy a house and the housing market drops, you lose money on that house. Most people, when they buy a house, 10, 20, 30 years later, that house is worth more. And that's kind of what we want here, right? We want to be able to buy space, and we want that value of that space to appreciate in time. So part of the earning is to buy an asset and to know that the value of it's going to go up in time. But to do that, you have to buy it when it's cheap, not when it's expensive. And so they will go up and down. You just need to make sure you're buying it at the right time. So with that being said, there's a lot of different things the game are going to do. And the biggest mistake that people make at the moment transitioning into the pay to earn is they'll look at what is currently happening and they will build a strategy around it. And that is a mistake, because what is currently happening, if you want to profit from what is currently happening, you needed to have bought last week or last month. You don't buy, if there's a meta now, you don't buy into the meta. You never buy into the meta. You buy before the meta when it's cheap. And then when the meta rolls around, you profit. So never buy into a meta. Right now, in fact, no, not now. Last week, the meta was hourglasses. Common hourglasses were selling for $30 each. And that was the meta. So what did people go and do last week? They went and bought Time Wardens. And they did that so they could play the meta. And guess what? The meta shifted. And so when people bought the Time Wardens, the market dropped because the meta shifted. And so you need to understand, you never buy into the meta. What is the meta right now? Crafting. Crafting is the meta right now. If you wanted to buy armories, common armories, you should have bought them last week. I was buying armories last week for $6. Those same armories are $20 now. So I could sell them and I'm going to make over 100% ROI. So you never buy into the meta, always buy before the meta. So my question to you, my question back to you, when you say, how do I transition from a free to play to a play to earn? My question to you is, what is the next meta? What is the next meta? Because that's what you need to look at right now. And those are the assets that at the moment are currently going to be overlooked. Hey, Multi, you're more than welcome. I'm just trying to help you, right? I don't want anyone to get hurt. I don't want anyone to get burnt. I don't want anyone to lose money. I want people to be able to earn money, but look, let's just be real. Let's be real. Not everybody is going to earn money in this game. Some people are going to pay to earn, and they're going to earn less than they pay. Let me just repeat that. Some people will pay to earn, but they will earn less than they pay. And that's not a good feeling, because when people pay, they want to earn, and you want to earn more. But if everybody earned more than they paid, then the economy would crash, right? So they can't. So some people have to pay and not earn. That's just the reality of it. You don't want to be one of those people. Now, there's some huge whales in this game. Some absolutely redonkulous whales with so much money and so many spaces. It's disgusting. Good, fair play to them. But that's just the reality. There are people with so many assets in this game. And it's getting really hard to put doors on now. It's taking forever. And so you're not going to compete. Here's another theory, a thesis that I have. I believe that you cannot win with the leaderboard. It's counterintuitive of me to say that, or it's counterproductive for me to say that. Hey, Rukin, how you doing, buddy? Thank you so much, man. Thanks for the raid, appreciate you. How you doing? Hope you're good, hope you're well. I need to bring up my my Twitch, because I have no idea what's going on here. I don't have any, for some reason, I don't know why, but none of my stats are showing up, so I can't see anything at the moment. But we'll get there with this. So let me just manage my stream so I can actually get some my eyeballs on what's happening. How you doing, guys? How you doing? So yeah, here's my thesis on the leaderboard. Now, let me just preface this by saying it is in the company's interest for people to take part in the leaderboard. And so it is in my interest to promote the leaderboard. It is in my interest. And I do think the leaderboard is a great idea. But, and I'm just going to be real and I'm going to be honest, if you are competing on the leaderboard for the prize to cash out, I truly believe that that is a mistake. I believe that if you are chasing the prize money on the leaderboard, you will spend more than you will win. That is my belief. If you want to fight for the leaderboard, you are fighting for bragging rights. You are fighting for the right to say that you are on it. And if you're at the top, you're fighting for that unique title. Because I truly believe that the prize money generated on the leaderboard, I believe it would cost you more to spend in crafting and other things to get onto the leaderboard than you. I think you will spend more than you will get back. And so the leaderboard is not something that I personally believe is profitable. And so my advice would be to not look at the leaderboard as a way to make money. And I think that's a challenge, because I think that's... And I want to be respectful of the team, because I think the leaderboard is an incredible thing. And I think if you can get onto it and you can play on it and you're happy with it, do it. I'm on it. I'm going for it. But I'm not pushing for that front page anymore, because I've realized and I understand the amount of money I would need to spend to be able to compete at that top level. And there are people competing for that leaderboard that are spending just insane amounts of money. Insane amounts of money. Now, it's possible. It is possible that if you have assets, you can be consistent. And a consistent player can perform better than a paying player. That is true. A consistent player can outperform a paying player. One of the things you should never do in this game, and actually the team have recommended that people don't do this, is to avoid speeding things up. Don't speed things up, because it costs too much money. It's designed that way. You're much better off waiting and doing other things. Getting in the top 500 in free-to-play is good bragging rights. Not even close on my end. Oh, I thought I fell through the floor then. I mean, yeah, I don't even know where we are at the moment. Let's have a quick look, shall we? So if I go over to big time, let's have a quick look, shall we? Where are we? So we go to game, we go to leaderboard. We check out the rank. I don't know where I am at the moment. I don't have a clue. I think I'm around 500. 547. There you go. See, I'm 547 on the leaderboard. Look how many assets. And I'm constantly crafting. Constantly crafting. I've got such a long way to go still. But we're almost there. We're getting through these. Oh, it's getting really hard. Like, it's really lagging now to put these buildings on. Anyway, I hope this is helpful. I hope it's valuable for you. Yeah, I got it. Thanks a lot, Deacon. Can you advise me on what I should buy now, or should I play as a free-to-play player until I reach a high level? You're almost level 20. If you're almost level 20, that's awesome. Let me ask you a question. And yes, to answer your question, I think at the moment it is beneficial to play as a free player. And because of some of the rewards at the moment, it's not a bad shout to rent a space with an armory and a time warden, but only if you can find a good deal. So for a space with a time warden, what you really want is a rare space with a rare time warden, a rare armory, and a rare forge. If you could rent that package for $100, amazing deal. Amazing deal. That I would do. But to get that, it's going to be difficult to get that. So you need to be aware of... And it's possible. It's possible. I got some incredible rents. I rented 2 mythic forges. No, sorry. I rented 2 mythic armories for $20. So $10 each. I rented 3 legendary. So these 3 legendary armories... These... no, these are mythics. Oh, sorry, no, these 3 epic. I rented these 3 epic forges for $10. 3 epic forges, $10. So that's like $3 each. It was a bundle. So that's what you need to do. You need to look out for these deals. Is the chance on NFT drops enhanced with hourglasses? I don't know. I assume so. It would make sense. I've only seen a couple of NFT drops since we've been playing this patch. And I do believe they had hourglasses attached. I think you'll get them in the prestige dungeons with hourglasses. But it's hard to say. Oof, this takes ages now. Alright, so I better let the team know that we have some problems. Do. Well, that's it. And so you got to look out for these deals. They are there. You will find them. Maybe not straight away. You have to keep your eye on the marketplace, but you will find them. I imagine eventually, I imagine that you're going to be able to rent in a few months' time. I believe you're going to be able to rent a space with a time warden, with a forge and an armory for about $20. And probably like a set as well, like a common set of NFTs. So you'll probably get that like full pack or that full suite for like between $20 to $50. That's what I believe. And the reason I believe that is because there has to be an incentive for new players to come and play this game. And if everything is too expensive, people won't do it. $20 to $50 is a typical buying point. But again, you've got to be able to earn, and for that to happen, if it does drop to that, if it does, then we're going to see the rewards and the value of the rewards drop as well, right? So I don't know. Imagine big time at 1 cent. Imagine the price of the token is 1 cent. It changes the dynamics of everything in the game, right? So that's what I would just be careful. I'm not saying don't buy now. I'm just saying be careful because I don't want you to get hurt. You might not. It might blow up. It might take off. They might do incredible things. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? I might be completely wrong. Who knows? Hey, Monka, how you doing? How's things? How's life treating you? We're almost there. We're getting there. Hope you're good. Hope you're well. I got a little bit of time today. I had to leave the house at 5 o'clock this morning on a Sunday. I had to leave the house at 5 o'clock this morning to go into central London. Took my partner to work. She's at a photo shoot today. And I've got to go and pick her up later. So I've got a little bit of time to come back and do this. So I spent 2 hours deploying these spaces earlier. And I run out of time. So I had to come back and finish it now. And I went through about another 100 spaces. I got a bit bored. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to stream and you can keep me company whilst I do this. You're doing great now, renting your time wardens. Nice. May I ask what rarity and how much, if you don't mind sharing? You don't have to, but if you wanted to, it'll be nice to know. Just curious. I had one of my rents cancelled today. I got an email telling me one of my rents is cancelled. Let me have a look and see which one it was. Here it is. I don't know if you can see it or not. You might not be able to see it, but basically it says the rental subscription for free Scorching Forges has been cancelled. So yeah. I've got them till the end of the month. But then I lose them. But yeah, look. Here it is. Free Scorching Forges, $10. See? The deals, they're out there. The deals are out there. Just got to find them. Can you rent me one space with 3 Time Wardens in discount code? No. No, I cannot. Because I'm using them all, mate. I'm using them all. I need more Time Wardens. I don't have enough. I can possibly rent one out because I need more. I need at least 30 Time Wardens. I bought 1,200 time crystals from the materials I've sold. I'm slowly getting there. Nice. See, Jonard, I've definitely learned that to buy the time crystals now is about buying them in bulk. It's definitely good. 4 common and planning to get an epic one. Nice. So, just a little hint on what I've learned so far. We found a massive difference running level 30 to 35 dungeons. Level 30 to 35 dungeons almost saw a double drop in terms of the big time that we got. And it made no sense to equip rare hourglasses. There was 0 point. I was earning more with 2 uncommon and 3 common than people that were running 5 rare. Fact. So, I think, and we assume, 5 uncommon is actually the play. Because common is definitely better than... uncommon is definitely noticeably better than common. But sometimes uncommon outperforms rare. So I don't see any purpose at the moment or need to go to rare. So you want 3... Well, you really want, depending on how many hourglasses you have equipped. Because it costs $200, remember, to unlock. It costs $200 to unlock all of the hourglasses. Well, we went and started running level 42. I did a 42 dungeon yesterday as a level 32 player. Lol. It was quite funny. But we didn't put hourglasses on because you can't do anything. But you always want to be aiming to run a couple of levels higher than what you are. So if you're a level 32, you should really be aiming to run level 35 dungeons. But never go into a dungeon 5 levels higher or lower. If the dungeon is 5 levels higher or lower, you won't open the chests and it's just not worth it. Also, you always need a healer. You have to have a quantum fixer on them higher dungeons. You can't play without them. You need a quantum fixer. And ideally, you need a chronomancer. A quantum fixer and a time warrior is recommended, and then my lineup, the perfect team would be a time warrior, a quantum fixer, and a chronomancer, in that order. If I was going solo, I would probably go as a quantum fixer or a time warrior. You can go as a time warrior. So time warrior, quantum fixer, chronomancer. And then if you have another space, get a second quantum fixer, then a second time warrior. So you have 2 time warriors, 2 quantum fixers, 1 chronomancer, and 1 shadow blade. I'm going to do a video later as well talking about the different classes and what it means. I'll try my best to get that published and out tomorrow if I can. We're getting there. We're almost there. We're on the last, I don't know, what is this? 4, 8, what is that? Last 50 or so now. Last 50 or so. Hey, Insanity, how you doing? Hey. Can you help me on what NFTs to buy to start doing Prestige Dungeons? I mean, yeah, I was talking about this just now. It's difficult because doing Prestige Dungeons is awesome, but you need quite an investment. You need quite an investment to be able to get money back, and it's not very likely at the start that you're going to generate more than you spend. For example, it's not likely to be profitable for you. I'm just being real. Because the amount of money that you need to spend to generate decent returns, it's difficult to break break even on that. Do you know what I mean? Well, yes, because if you really want to get like a decent return, you need like 5 hourglasses equipped. And it costs $200 just to unlock the slots for the hourglasses. So that's $200. Then you need a space, which is like another, I don't know, even if you're going for a rare, you're still going to spend like $75. Then you need a time warden, which is, even if you're renting one or buying one, that's like another $200. So that's like $500. Plus then you need to buy, you know, you need to rent, you need the time crystals, you need to craft it, you need the time to do that. So you're looking at $600 to get started with one. And then you're going to need the time to be able to get everything ready. So, yeah, I mean, and then how long is it going to take you to make $600 back? Do you know what I mean? If you're doing that, you're making like 50 big time per raid. 50 big time per raid is, what's that, $12.50 per raid. You know, to make $600. I don't know, 600 divided by like 12.50 is, you know, it's a long time. And that's just being realistic. What I would recommend doing as a starting point before you do anything else is getting that character and leveling that character up. Before I wouldn't even look at the earning potential in this game until you have smashed the free to play side of things. So here's how I would do it. This is my advice. And different people have given different advice, and I'm not telling you what's right or wrong, and I'm not telling you my advice is good advice. It's just, this is what, if I was to start again right now, this is what I would do. I would try my best to find a party of 6 people, or 5 others. Either through guilds, discords. VIG is a great discord. You can even come into Undisputed Noobs, great discord. You can just go to Watertown and find people. You can go into the official discord and look. But I would find people that you like and get on with, that you can play with. I would ensure that the team was synergized. So everyone would be around the same level, and you would have 2 Time Warriors, you would have 2 Quantum Fixers, 1 Chronomancer, and 1 Shadowblade. If you can get to that point, that's perfect. If not, you can start on your own. So the first thing I would do is I would understand, like, what are you going to play? What's going to be your role? Time Warrior or Quantum Fixer are the only 2 you should really start with. You can go Chronomancer if you want, but yeah, that's a third. So Time Warrior, Quantum Fixer, Chronomancer, and then Shadowblade in that order. And I would level up. I would level up your character by doing dungeons just a couple of levels higher than you, and you can do them solo or with a couple of friends or with a group of 6. The more people in the group, the quicker you'll level up. And what you want to do is you want to try and rush to get as quickly as you can, you want to try and level up. Now, once you get to level 20, and you can do that through 2 decent gaming sessions. 2 decent gaming sessions, you can get to level 20. It's not that hard. Get into level 15, you can do that in 1 session, and then get into level 20 in the 2nd session, right? Get to level 20 and unlock a tier 3 pocket watch, and then use that to level yourself up to level 40. And at that point, get yourself a tier 4. Probably want to go to level 45. Then level yourself up to tier 4. And then once you've got a tier 4, a decent tier 4, which probably needs level 45, repeat it. Do it again. Now, you'll level up much quicker the 2nd time, because if you've got like a legendary tier 4, level 40 pocket watch, that thing will level up quickly. But what you'll find is you'll have your stats will be so much better. And you'll be able to equip better items. And that will carry you up to level 60 plus. And then when you get to level 60, you can get a tier 6. And then you can start really, really pushing. And at that point, when you are at level 40, then I would start to look. Oh. I think we crashed. I think we crashed. It's crashed. Killed it. I think we hit the limit. I think we hit the limit. I don't think we can put any more. I don't think we can put any more down. I think we've. I hope I can go back into my space. Now the problem is now I have to run back. Not looking forward to this. I'm not looking forward to this at all. We're going to time this. We're going to time it and see how long it takes. Alright guys, let's see if we can do this, alright? It's going to be difficult, but we'll see what we can do. Now I can't get in. I can't get into my space at the moment. Looks like I could well be locked out. Oh, no, I'm in. I'm in. Just took a while. It took a while, but I'm in. I'm in. I'm in. All good. Nothing to worry about. I don't know what you're worried about. Works fine for me. Oh dear. Okay, so my space is not spawning. My map is not showing up. My map is broken. Okay. This is okay. This is... Okay. Okay. I mean... I can finish the craft. That works. But my UI's broken. I mean, that still works. Alright, UI's back. That's good. The UI's back. It's fine. It's fine. Just took a little while. We're good. We're back. We're fine. This is fine. I'm really enjoying the game, but I want to know what kind of NFTs I need to do prestige, safe and sound at the best price. You're going to have to... my advice right now is to wait, not do prestige right now. I would wait and do prestige after the leaderboard, if you want my honest advice. You really want a full set of crafted gear, like at least tier 1. Uncommon, ideally. You need a full set of uncommon NFTs, ideally. You're level 35 and you have a group. Then I would say you want a full set of uncommon. So I guess the question right now is, do you have space? Because having space is one thing, right? See if I can... Hey, look at that nice, sexy line. Look at that. Oh, wait, did I not start anymore? Oh, by the way, do you, like, hold on, let's see. Check this out. So do you like this? Hold on. All right. So let's start at the beginning, right? So this is my metaverse. There are many like it, but this one is mine. So look, we come into my metaverse and you come into the main hall. So the main hall is a tier 2 large exalted. This is the best NFT in the game right now, aside from Time Wardens. In terms of space, this is the most prestigious space in the game right now. A tier 2 large exalted. You can tell because of the type that in the middle here, the statues in the middle, which are pretty amazing. Also, you can see here you've got these statues here and also here. It has an entrance which is always here. There are 2 doors on the right. There are 2 in front, and there is 1 on the left, and there is 1 behind. So what I've done here is, as I come in on the right, these are all exalteds down here. These are all exalted spaces, and as you go down, oh no, sorry, lol, down here, sorry, down here. These are all exalted spaces, all the way down here. And as you can see, I've lined up very nicely all of these buildings. So let's just go here, drag that, dismantle that. Okay, and let's go back and do the next one. So as you can see, it's very, very easy now for me to be able to get in here and do all of this, right? So I'm going to dismantle another one. It's like a full-time job. Then I come back. And I go to the other side. Go through this beautiful building over here. And these are all my Time Wardens. So I come into here first. Finish this craft. And I get my tokens. Nice. Whee. And player, should I have a Time Warden? So having a Time Warden is really going to help you to be able to recharge those hourglasses, right? You really want an uncommon Time Warden, because a common's just, it's okay. You can play with a common, but you really want an uncommon. Oh. Ah. I've run out. I've run out. I need some more time crystals. Alright. Well, I'll have to come back and do that in a minute. I haven't got any more time crystals on me. So, I'll tell you what I'll do for now. Let's just collect the rest of this big time. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to cash out some big time and I'm going to buy some time crystals. Like, I'm not going to cash out the big time to sell it. I'm just going to cash it out to get the time crystals, and then I'm going to bring it back in. So you really want to be in a position, like, I get, it's difficult. This is really difficult because I don't want to give bad advice. I don't think it's worth running a dungeon with less than 5 hourglasses. But I don't know the data to tell you if it's worth just running 1. I don't know if it's worth just running 1 or not. I couldn't tell you. But I found that by running 5, you're going to get approximately, with a full squad, level 30, running 5 uncommon, you're going to get about 50 to 100 big time per raid. And a raid takes about 40 minutes, 30 to 40 minutes. So, do the math on that. Work on the worst case scenario, 50 big time, and say 30 minutes, right? So you can make 100 big time an hour. Now, you're going to have a portal fee, so you're going to end up paying for those dungeons, and you've got to find those dungeons. You know, it's difficult. it's I need to sit down and really do some decent videos talking about this in depth, but I don't want you to be disillusioned being like, well, what should I do? Because there's multiple sides to this, right? There's multiple sides to it. I mean, you need time crystals, right? You need time crystals. And you need big time. Because you need big time to be able to craft. It costs a lot of big time to craft. You've got to run like 2 dungeons to do like 1 common craft. Oh, nice. Nice, Jonard. Yeah, it's a solo with 1 common hourglass at level 18 normal prestige will give you 1 big time token per run. And if you got that, and that's like 25 cents per run, it's costing you more than that in entry fees. But you really need to be running a group of 6. You really need to be running a group of 6 for my advice. And what I would do is I would run, I mean, I don't know if this is a good idea or not. Please, don't hold me to this. This is just a suggestion. Run 1 common hourglass in a group of 6 and get enough time crystals to open up your 2nd slot. And then run 2. And grind enough time crystals to open up your 3rd slot and grind enough time crystals to open up your 4th slot and then your 5th. That's what I would do. That is what I would do. I would just get as many time crystals as you can. And I would just earn as many time crystals as you can. And I would just focus on that. I would use the time crystals to be able to recharge your hourglasses. Well, here's the good thing. If you unlock all 5 slots for your time warrior, even when the character resets for a new season, even if they do a game wipe, you will never lose that. That's a one-time thing. I was planning to buy big time. Do you think the time to buy it now, and how should I use it as a free-to-play player with no spaces? Buying big time is a good idea. I don't think now's the best time to buy it. I would buy it after the leaderboard unlocks. I would enjoy the free-to-play version for this month. And I would say in about 6 to 8 weeks' time, probably 8 weeks' time, buy your big time then. That still gives you enough time to grind some utility. But you're not going to be in a position where you're going to end up paying crazy amounts for the big time. So, all right, let's do this. So I need to head out and cash out some of these big time tokens to get some of these prestige that I need to get. But in order to do that, or before I do that, let's just start here, shall we? So look, this is the start. This is the portal. It's right here. We're going to leave that there. And we're going to run this way. Alright, so let's turn the timer on. And we're going to see how long it takes us to run through here. I need some speed potions, really. Alright, here we go. We're going to do this together, chat. Hey, Yanni boy, good morning, good morning. How you doing? Hope you're good, hope you're well. Did you make profit on your items for sale, finally? No, I didn't. I'm actually... I worked it out the other day. I actually worked out everything I've spent on this game. Every single purchase. Whether it was initial land or space. Whether it was my access pass. Whether it was time wardens that I bought. Mystery boxes. Or prestige crystals. You know, whatever I've purchased, I made a note of it. And then I made a note of what my current asset value is if I was to sell it right now at floor. And I think in total of the, you know, money that I've spent, which is, you know, a decent 5-figure investment, I am down only about 8 grand, which isn't bad considering, because at one point I was down over 5 figures. So to be down only 8 grand now is much better. Much better. The 3 Exalted Time Wardens obviously help that. If I was to sell them. And what I'm doing now is trying just to create a self-sustaining loop. What I believe the best thing to do in this game is the exact same thing that I recommended people do in Star Atlas. You need to be able to create an economically viable game loop. You need to be self-sustaining. So what you need to be able to do is you need to be able to generate hourglasses. You need to be able to recharge those hourglasses. And you need to be able to farm enough crystals to cover the cost of that charge and recharge. So that you can keep doing that same thing over and over and it's not costing you anything. And if game becomes more popular, you should be golden. Yeah, I mean, this game is going to be popular. It will. This game will be popular. I don't doubt it for a second. I have some awesome information that I'll be able to share soon as well regarding the game, but I can't do that right now, unfortunately. But when I can, you'll be the first to know. Hey dude, may I know if you answered my question while my net was down? Could you repeat your question, please? Could you repeat your question? Yeah, this is great. Games that I'm watching at the moment. Dead Drop. I think Dead Drop has great potential just purely because of Dr. Disrespect. I think play Shrapnel. I think Shrapnel has a great opportunity. I think Star Atlas has a great opportunity. And I think Play Big Time has a great opportunity. I mean, everything at the moment is definitely hyperinflated. Look at the prices a month ago and look at them now. A month ago, everybody thought this project was dead. Everyone gave up on this project. People were selling land. You could buy a Time Warden a month ago for $17. People thought it was dead. How far are we so far? Wait, I can't even see it. Where's my marker? Where's my marker? I can't even see my marker. It's gone. Well, that's no good. So my question is, are people going to get to that point where they sell off again? Because some people are degens. And some people bought into this game and over-leveraged. And guess what? When this game doesn't return them what they need as quickly as they need it, they're going to cash out at a loss. Because they'll have to. So you will be able to get some cheaper assets soon. From people that are going to take the loss. That's a fact. Now, whether those assets are any good or not remains to be seen. They should have a setting to teleport me. So I don't have to run. God damn it. I just got up one day and started running. And I ran. And I ran. Mama said life is like a box of chocolates. Never know what you're gonna get. Kind of feel like that at the moment. My question was, I am a level 12 Time Warrior. And I'm playing solo. Should I change up the class or keep it? And the bad thing is I don't know what level the level tree I should select. Let's have a look, shall we? We'll have a look in a minute. You've got a huge house, mate. Should see the size of my council tax bill. Yeah. It's a blessing and a curse, my friend. It's a blessing and a curse. My fingers are like stuck. And there's the annoying thing is I could press auto run. But it's auto walk. When auto run? So, okay, let me answer your question. So, Time Warrior. I do believe Time Warrior is the best class to start with. But you really need to find a quantum fixer. You really do need to find a quantum fixer. And the two of you should run together. Now, if you're not able to find one in Discord, definitely jump into our Discord or some of the other guild Discords. Or just hang around Time's End around the shops, and you should find some players. There's a whole party system that's going to be coming into play soon. So they're gonna be introducing an entire party system with better chat, better mechanics. It's all going to get revamped. Bear in mind, this game, they had a window where they had to launch this game. They weren't able to polish a lot of the features because they had to release. They were on a deadline. And so some things are going to get added retrospectively. Like they're going to get added, they're going to be brought in further future iterations. So don't worry, because this is early. This is like version 1, right? Economy version 1. There'll be 1.1, 1.2, there'll be version 2, and it will continuously get better. Numlock. Hold on, so you're saying press numlock? Numlock doesn't do anything for me. Just press auto walk, then left shift. I mean, okay, that's better. That's definitely easier. Yeah, it's got to hold down left shift. I mean, yeah, that's better. I can just chill with my thumb. Thanks. That's definitely better. Yeah, that's better. I can just chill now with my thumb on the left shift. Because before I was like I was just pressing W and left shift and ugh. Now my hands just kind of done that. I look like a dead one of those. How many land you got there? I don't know how many are deployed because the game just crashed. But we're trying to deploy 350 at the moment. But I think we've hit the upper limits of what you can deploy. Tap it 1. Huh? I didn't know you could do that. You legend. Thank you. Oh my god. Oh. Oh. What to do with this spare hand? No. We're on camera. Let's have a drink. I got a spare hand. Look at this, Mum. Don't drink and run. Hold on. Oh, this is so good. Oh. Now all I need to do is get him to run in a straight line. Because when you run into the corridor, and sometimes these doors, they're not straight. Like, see this one? It's a bit wonky. Oh my god, this has just changed the game for me. I really, really tried to put the spaces so there was no barriers so I could just run through. So hopefully... Ah, ladies and gentlemen... That didn't last very long, did it? Oh my god, that is actually so much better. That actually feels nice. Now we've got to do is try and get them to lock onto the doors so they run through the doors. 10 minutes so far, and we're nowhere near the end. 10 minutes. 10 minutes. Continuous running. How much is your mansion worth? I mean, hard to say, right? Hard to say. All of these spaces are, I mean, Epic Medium is the lowest rarity. Epic Medium. Most of these are legendary and above, medium to large. So think about these spaces that were bought originally. You're probably looking on average, because some are going to be worth more than others, but you're looking on average around $1,000 per land on average. On average. Now, some are more, some are less. But on average, around $1,000. I would say. And there's 350 in total. So Yeah, man. Do the math. It's a lot of money. Which is why I shouldn't be begrudged taking a little something every day. I think it's only fair that I'm able to generate some better money than. I mean, I put a decent chunk in, and also I have a partner as well. I have a partner that also put in a sizable chunk. So between us, yeah. There's I would say a very large investment has gone into this game. You're talking a decent six-figure investment. A decent six-figure investment. But let's not focus on that. We don't need to worry about that. Just know that when people are looking to spend $10 on the game and take something out, if I'm not taking anything out at the moment with a six-figure investment, do you know what I mean? Yes, I am in the UK. But that being said, I've spoken to some of, not all of, but I've spoken to some of the big whales in this game. And the ones that I've spoken to, you're in London, so am I. I'm in London too. The ones that I've spoken to, we have an agreement and an understanding that we will not extract and kill the economy. Because if we were just to extract everything that we had the opportunity to extract and take out of the game, we would crash the economy. And I talked about this in a video yesterday when I used the analogy of the fable, the golden goose. So those of you that are not aware of the golden goose, very quick TLDR, a farmer finds a goose that lays a golden egg, takes it to market and sells it and gets some money, goes back the next day and does the same thing again. After a while, the farmer gets greedy, decides to cut open the goose to get all of the golden eggs, but there's none left. And because the goose is dead, he never gets another egg ever again. The moral of the story is never kill the golden goose. If you have a way to generate income, you need to nurture that. So the concept of the game is big time is the golden goose. Big time is the golden goose. If you extract everything, if you destroy the golden goose to extract all of the golden eggs, i.e., if you don't look after the game and the economy and you just extract and you never reinvest and you never look after and you never protect, then it'll be worthless and it will come to an end. So you have to understand, and a lot of whales understand this, and the decent whales really understand this. Yeah, you can take some profits. There's nothing wrong with that at all. But you have to reinvest. You have to keep the economy going. It has to be circular. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to withdraw some profits and then I'm going to reinvest some. I've got 1,800 big time. I'll take out 1,000 and whatever. Probably take out 1,500. I'll probably look to cash out, 500 or 1,000 and then reinvest and put the rest back into premium crystals. So I'm using that money to buy back into the economy. I'm rebuying into the economy. If all I ever did was just cash out, it would die. So there has to be that reinvestment. And a lot of the big whales understand this. And that's what they're doing at the moment. The biggest whales in this game right now are reinvesting. They are. They're reinvesting. They're putting money in. And the biggest whale in the game right now is Adrian. Look at what Adrian's doing on the leaderboard. He spent $500,000 in this game. And he seems to be pretty active. But yeah, I mean, I do want to take profits, but I don't want to destroy the economy. So, if I was just to cash out, do a huge cash out, it would affect the price of the token. And I don't want to. I want to stay here for years to come. Like, that's the concept. That's the idea, right? The idea is that we make money out of rentals. The idea is that we make money out of game loops. The idea is that we just residually just take some money and make some profits over time. Ah! All right. $16 minutes. Oh. Shall we wait? Should we wait? Should we see if it recovers? I've hit the limit. What color Time Warden are you at now? What color Time Warden or what color Hourglass? Because Time Warden I've got Exalted. Hourglass, I'm just running uncommons. I'm just running uncommons. I've not bothered to go any higher. Thoughts on this new event on Big Time? Ah, French is your mother tongue, so sometimes you can have trouble finding your words. It's all good, don't worry. It's crashed. One sec. I'm just going to get... So I'm talking to the team right now. And we'll try and fix this bug. Because this is one thing that I can confirm. This is one thing that I confirm, guys. I have spoken to the team. And they... I would think your PC would be a beast. I can show you my PC if you want, but you just have to bear with me a sec because it's a bit... Tis a little bit messy in here at the moment. Let me show you the PC, but just appreciate that it's a bit messy, all right? Appreciate that it's a bit messy. I will show you the PC. Hold tight. All right. Here we go. I'm gonna turn this around. Bearing in mind also I have chroma key turned on, all right? But here we go. So there you go. There's the PC. I can open it up for you to show you in there. Although it's probably not going to look right because of the chroma key. But there's the PC. My daughter gave me this little thing that lives here. You can see the Go XLR, Stream Deck. I'm using an Apex Pro. I have like 4 monitors set up there. And yeah. It's all a bit of a mess. So that is all going to need organising now, which I'll have to sort that camera out. I don't know how I'm going to be looking. We'll figure it out when it comes back. So it's not that messy here. It's all good. All right, let's see how. I don't know how that camera's going to look now, so we'll have to see once it all comes back. The CPU is an i9. It's a i9 9900. It's overclocked to 5 gigahertz. It's running 128 gigabytes of RAM with a 2080 Ti. It is a vertically mounted water cooled. I've got 2 water loops, with one with a reservoir running to the GPU, and I've got an AIO controller running the CPU. So it never goes above 40 degrees. Sitting in a Corsair Obsidian 500D box. But yeah. Okay, so this has definitely crashed, and I'm going to have to restart it. It's the second time it's done this, so we know it works. And I've also done a video of this as well, so I'll be able to share that with the team. So I'm going to have to return to lobby. It's frustrating because... yeah, there's like literally nothing else I can do. I mean, I'm tempted to wait and see, but I'm like, my character's gone, my weapon's gone. That's all blanked out. I can't move. I can't do anything. Okay, so let's return to lobby and see if that kicks me out. Yep, it does. Nice, it's kicked me out. But also, ping's gone crazy high as well. Like, that ping should have been like 20. So we'll go like here. All right. It's all good. It's all good. Growing pains. But here's one thing that I can attest to. The team are amazing, and they are on it. If there are bugs, they're fixing them, they're dealing with them. So that's awesome. Have you seen the new AMD CPU? 96 cores and 196 threads. God, that sounds like the amount of spaces I've got to run through. No, I haven't seen that yet. I haven't. I do need to upgrade my PC at some point, but that's a never-ending game. So, yeah, I'm happy with it for now. I like my PC. It's done me well. Done me well. Bought it in COVID, and yeah, it's insane, right? It's crazy. All right, let's see. We can get back in. It does take a while to load in as well, but we're in. And then when we load in, we know that there's a bit of a delay. There's like a minute lag. So it will kick in. I'm gonna just give me a second. I'm just gonna send a team the link to my video because I want them to have this, because I think this is really good feedback for them to be able to see like real time a challenge like this happening, because then they can deal with it. Okay, cool. So now my stuff it's now back. Okay, so now what I need to do is I need to buy some premium crystals, right? Because the problem I've got at the moment is I need to be crafting. I'm not crafting at the moment, so I can't do anything else with that space. That's just gonna stay there now. Okay, so how many spaces did I deploy? I guess I could come to here, right, and try and deploy another one. Oh. Wait, what? I have 2 spaces that are not deployed. What's going on there? I didn't... There's 2 spaces that I didn't deploy. Also, I want to test something. I'm curious. Is it because I've gone too far in a line? Can I deploy my spaces if I go this way? GTX 970, that's still decent. No, I didn't really make it big on ETH. I didn't really do anything on ETH. I bought Bitcoin back in like 2014. That was a solid play. But no, I'm not. I just work hard, man. I've just worked hard my entire life. You know, I run a business, and I just yeah. I mean, I didn't get rich on Bitcoin. I just bought it early. But I made some good investments. I made some bad investments, but I just work like a dog. I work like 15-hour days, 7 days a week, like my entire life. I've never stopped working. Can I put this space on? Will this work? Do you know what? I think this will work, right? But that's only one. It's like one door. I don't want to do that. So I need. But I can put that down. I mean, I guess I can go this way, right? So if I wanted to now continue, I would need to... Are these all just 3 doors though, right? There's no 4 doors. Is it possible to get a 4 door? Is that a 4 door? That's gonna have a door on the other side, right? Hell yeah, that works. So what I want to know is... Look, but hold on, wasn't there more than that? There was only those 2. Okay, so if I connect this... Just go in a straight line. Don't do anything stupid. What? Why are you up there? Don't know. Would I consider myself on the spectrum? No, I don't believe so. I don't believe so. Why is that? Do you know what I mean? Like, why can't that just go? Why can't I just normally just go like? Look at all the others that are in a nice line. Why can't this conform? Why has it got to do that? I don't want it to do that. That is not where I want it to go. No, I'm not gifted at all, mate. I just work hard. I'm just a relentlessly hard grinder. I'm nothing special about me at all. I'm just a dog. I just grind like a dog. I make my own luck, you know? Alright, so... This is a legendary. Alright, so let's try... So hold on. If I do this, right? If I connect this one, what is my job? I mean, I'm blessed that I don't have to work these days, but I have a company that I run, and oh no, there's not. There's a door missing. It's a window. I have a company that I run. I advise some clients. It depends. I do many different things, but ultimately I'm an investor. I'm an advisor, and I run a business. And so they're kind of my I'm involved. I'm the operations director for another company as well. So like 2 companies that I'm involved in, which is kind of takes up a lot of my time. So I think this one, right, should have 4 doors. Yeah, consulting, advising, consulting, gigolo, whatever pays the bills. Right, so that's a window. I don't want a window. That's not what I'm looking for. So a legendary is 3 doors, or can a legendary be 4 doors? Need some of that 4-door action. No, so that's door in, door out, and then window. Okay. Yeah, so the door might change, but it's always 3 doors, right? It's always 3 doors. So you can't get a 4-door legendary small. Damn it. So, given the fact that that doesn't work, and also given the fact that I only have... The only other space I've got is at Exalted. Yeah, I did go to school. I mean, I wouldn't say... I didn't do well in school. I left school with, like, all C's. C's and D's in my GCSEs, so I didn't do well. But, I mean, then I joined the army, and I was in the army for 6 years, and I've been everything from a lorry driver, I've worked in McDonald's, I've worked on construction sites. I've pretty much done everything and anything you can imagine. And yeah, I just work like a dog. I hate the fact that that's going up there and doing that. It's so horrible. What's this one going to do? How bad's this one going to be? Is it going to go some weird way as well? Yeah, see, look, what the hell? I hate that. I hate that that's doing that. And I hate that that's doing that. I can't place those like that. They just... It hurts my soul. This is where I can spend so much time just trying to get these out. I'm going to go for this one, I think. So now maybe if I do this one, maybe that will just go straight. There you go. So I just have to do that. And then another one. And another one. And another one. No, actually. Actually. Sorry, guys, give me a sec. Sorry, one sec. I know this is annoying. I'm sorry, guys. Give me a sec. My OCD is going crazy. May I know what the best solo class is for big time? And if there's any help, what should I do to upgrade in the tree section? I'll go through the tree section in a second. I'm going to do a whole video on the tree section tomorrow, but I've got you covered. Just give me a sec. And I would say Time Warrior is probably one of the best to start with. So I actually want to get the door on that side, right? So in and out with a door on that side. So let's try... Right, we're going to go for Evermore A. Evermore A should... Yeah. This is it. Evermore A. Go on. Come on. Just straight line. Be there. Do it. Yes. Get in. All right, so we need Evermore A. We can do this. We can make this work. Give me my Evermore A. There we are. Connect another one. We got this. Do you believe you need to work hard in life, or can you just work smartly? I believe that the harder you work, the smarter you get. I think you need to work smart, but I think you also need to work hard. I think someone who works smart will always be outplayed by someone who works smart and hard. And so I think you need both. But if you work just hard, then yeah, that's not very smart. You have to work smart. So working smart is important, 100%. But you should also be working hard. Hard and smart is the key. Yeah. And the same thing about knowledge, right? Knowledge, people say knowledge is power. Knowledge is not power. Knowledge on its own is useless. It is worthless. How many people know what to do but still don't do it? Like, you know you should go to the gym, but you don't go. Like, you know you should eat healthy, but you don't do it. Like, you know you shouldn't make that investment, but you do it anyway. Like, how many people know what they should do, but they still don't do it, right? So knowledge is potential power. Knowledge is only part of the solution. It's knowledge plus action. And that, I believe, when you have knowledge and you take action on that knowledge, that's like wisdom to me. That's true power. So I think that you need both. And it's like when you can be smart, you can be a grafter. But if you're a smart grafter, you're always going to go further. And that's, to me, is the key. Right, I need to connect the rest of these spaces. So I'm really happy that I can continue to do this. So we found out what the bug is. The bug is 100%. There is a limit on how far you can go in a line. There's a limit on how far you can go in a line. And I've broken it. So I need to run in a straight line for 17 minutes. I need to run in a straight line for 17 minutes, get to the end, and I need to close that last door. And I need to close that last door and not put any more there because I've hit a limit. But I know they'll fix it. The team will fix it. So I'm not worried at all. Not worried in the slightest. I know people stress at the team and they're like, oh my God, why the team doing this? Why the team doing that? The team are incredibly responsive. Incredibly responsive. And they are working very quickly and very smartly. In a way, like I posted a video yesterday. I don't know if you saw it, but my video was titled, I Hate Big Time. And that was my video. It was called, I Hate Big Time, They're Awesome. And the reason I say that is because I had a way to start to recover some of my initial investment, and they took it away from me. They nerfed it. Literally a day after I started doing it, they nerfed it. And I was like, I hate them for that. But I love them because they did it. Because to me, it shows that the economy designer and the development team are in constant communication and they're working quickly. They are agile. When they see a potential problem, they fix it straight away. Which means if there are exploiters or people that are exploiting the economy, they can jump on it. People won't like it. They'll be like, oh, you've nerfed it again, you've nerfed it again. But these balances are needed while they figure stuff out. And people will exploit and they will counter. And it is a game of cat and mouse. And I talked about this in my video yesterday. It's on my YouTube channel. It's also on Twitter and on Twitch. But YouTube's probably the best place. Here's the thing, right? I always stream on YouTube. And if you ever get a chance to watch me and you want to support me, watch on YouTube. And the reason I say that is because if you can watch me on YouTube, I know the ads play and I know ads are annoying, but the ad revenue, it helps. It does help. And you might be like, you don't need any money. Like, why am I going to help you? But I'm not flush. I got absolutely destroyed in the bear market. I got destroyed. It really, really ruined me. And so I might have a lot of assets. I have got incredible assets in many, many games. But I am nowhere near solvent. I'm in the hole, deep in the hole, because let me tell you how I started. I didn't start because I had like loads and loads of money and I was like really rich or anything like that. I was just smart. Here's what I did. I'll tell you how I got started. I'll tell you how I got, and I did have some money that I was able to invest. I put like $25,000 or £25,000, which is about $30,000 of my own money in, and I put another $30,000. So I had like £50,000 that I put in, and I bought like £10,000 worth of Luna at about $6, which I sold, by the way. I sold that at $80. I bought a token called Aqua at $150, which went up to $2,000, but I sold it at like 1,200. I bought ETH. I bought loads of other stuff as well. And yeah, I made some really good money. I made like I turned my £50,000 into like £200,000. And some of my wealthy friends and my business friends and people in my network saw what I was doing. But I knew it wouldn't last, and I knew a bear market was coming, and I knew that I needed to hedge my bets, and I knew I needed to do something to get away from the traditional trading. Lol, hindsight is a wonderful thing. So I said, what about Web3 gaming? Let's have a look at NFTs. Why? Why did I jump in that rabbit hole? So I took a significant proportion of my profits and I decided to invest them into Web3 gaming. Now, at the same time, a lot of my friends wanted to get involved as well, but they didn't know what to do. They didn't know how to do it. And so some people started giving me money to invest. And in fact, I was given over $1 million to invest into different projects, to help people out, to advise, to consult, to do stuff with. And so I was managing, these wallets and looking after these people and helping them out. And we started moving into crypto, and that's where I started to buy up these crypto projects. And the first one was Axie. But rather than me just buying these Axie because they were expensive, I think at the time they were 0.03 ETH. I was paying like $300 for an Axie. At some points, I was paying $500 for one Axie. $500 for one Axie at one point. And it was at the boom. It was at the start of the boom. So I went around to my friends and I said, look, give me £1,000. Give me £1,000 or $1,000, and I will invest it into a Web3 game. We will hire a scholar. They will play the game. They will take a cut. You will take a cut, and I will take a cut. And we will do that. And that's how I scaled. So I got my first 200 scholars by people giving me £1,000 each. Right, so that was my first £200,000. Because what happened then is I was able to buy these teams. We were starting to get competitive. In my best month in Axie, we generated $100,000 profit in 1 month. But, and there's a big but, and there's a big lesson for me. I was so naively bullish on what we were doing because we was not just making money. You can actually see if you go to my website. So my guild, I'll just bore you quickly. My guild is called Undisputed Noobs. So if you go to undisputednoobs.com and you scroll to the bottom, and this is everything that we built. We were helping build schools. We were doing community incentives. We were helping people. We were helping communities. Like there was from building water pumps to building schools to building communities to helping with people that have fire damage to paying hospital fees for parents and scholars and families. Also, we worked with counsellors on mental health. So I had a charity that I worked with where we brought professionals and counsellors in to help with mental and emotional well-being, parent and child counsel, or and young adult counselling. We did a lot of stuff in the Philippines at the time. And so I was so wrapped up with that. And I was so, I think, blindsided by that I didn't take profits. I didn't. I reinvested everything. And I doubled down. And that is why I have so many assets in so many games. Yeah, I loved what I was doing. To me, it wasn't even about the money. I didn't care. Like, I don't drive around in a Lambo. I don't have a crazy big house. I have more space in this bloody metaverse than I do in real life. But I felt incredible. I love helping people. And so for me, it really wasn't about the money. But then the bear market hit, right? And then I got wrecked. And then I lost $1 million. And then I just continued to get wrecked over and over and over again. And for 2 years, I got the living shit kicked out of me emotionally and mentally. Everything but physically. I mean, physically, because I was beating myself up, right, not looking after myself. But emotionally, mentally, spiritually, in every sense, I was just getting hammered. And had I not been so strong and been so balanced at the time, I probably would have struggled a lot more than I did. But it was brutal. It was the hardest time of my life. And so a lot of it was because it wasn't just my money, it was other people's money, right? And so I was like, now I have to pay this money back. Even though I don't have to pay it back, or it wasn't like a commitment to pay it back, there was a part of me that was like, these people trusted me with their money, and I have to find a way to pay it back. And so that's why I still grind. And that's why I still do what I do, because I'm still trying to make whole the people who invested, because not everyone's been made whole yet. So don't look at this and be like, oh, you've got all this money, you're doing, like, yeah, we can flex for videos and we can do some cool stuff and that, but this isn't, like, this is playing a long game, and I still need to recover. So I'm not going to sit here and pretend to be something I'm not. I'm just working my titties off. That's all. I know some incredible people. I'm very well connected. I am a nice guy. I'm trustworthy. You know, when we were in the bull market, a guy reached out to me on Twitter because he was being hacked. He didn't know who to trust, and he asked me if he could send me some NFTs to look after because he trusted me, and he was going to lose them anyway. He sent me $500,000 worth of NFTs to hold on to while he sorted his wallets out, and I held them and give them back to him. And so things like that have built up this trust in this space where people can rely on me. And I have these incredible friends in this space, and that to me is worth more than anything else. And so I've leveraged those friendships to opportunities where I've worked with projects and where I've done other things, and that's kind of where I am. So I'm not like some super uber crazy wealthy whale, and I don't always get it right. You know, I invested in 10 projects and 9 of them crashed and burnt. But if one of them can make it, if just one of them can make it and 10x, and I break even. And that's kind of where I am right now. That's where life's kind of taken me to this point. So, yeah, I'm really enjoying what Big Time is doing right now, because to me, I've experienced a lot in this space, and Big Time is the first real game that I have seen that is really trying to do the right thing. Like, really trying to do the right thing. And I believe they've got a shot. I really believe they've got a shot. So I'm here. That's exactly why I'm here right now. I didn't have to stream. Like, I could have just ignored it. I could have done all this quietly. Like, I didn't have to share this. But I decided, like, I love sharing content. I want to help you guys, and if there's things I can learn along the way, then, you know, maybe we can do it together. So that's kind of what I'm doing. Now, I do know that you asked me a question a minute ago, so I'm sorry I was rambling. I was just trying to get that space out. So that's it. We have 350 spaces deployed. Okay. So there's definitely a limit and a cap on how far we can go in one direction. Jonah, you might have to come in here and count how many squares it is. Might have to come and help me. So, all right, so we've got this way as well now. So, can I zoom out? I guess I can. All right, so there we go. So you can. It doesn't really look very good there, does it? But you can kind of get the idea. We'll look at it on the floor here. There we go. So that's as far as I can zoom out, but it goes, I would say, I mean, how many is there? What is that? That's like 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32, 46, 50, 40, 50, maybe like 250. Possibly 250. Cool. So, all right, let's go back and talk about builds. Let's go and talk about builds. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to record a YouTube video and I'll post it probably tomorrow on builds. And I'll do that. I'm going to have to get off in a little while. So I'll talk about builds now. If you've got any other questions, let me know. This is awesome. Thanks for hanging out with me, by the way. How long have I been playing big time? About 2 years. No, about a year and a half. I was playing on day one. Yeah, I was playing at the beginning. Okay, so yeah, let me show you my build. Now my Shadow Blade build's not the best, but I am going to go through and I want to do like a series where we talk about like metas and builds and things. I also really want to do an MTV Cribs. I want to do like a big time Cribs series where we go around people's places and see how they're laid out and what they've done. Like I really want to do that. So if you see someone else doing it, be like, hey, that's Steve's idea. Yeah, I really want to do that. All right, let's do this. So what do I need to do? There's a few things I need to do. I need to cash out some big time and transfer that into premium crystals, but I'll do that off stream. And then I'm just going to go and continue crafting. So we'll do that in a little while after the stream. For now, however, I want to talk about builds. So, all right, let's do this. Looking at the skill trees, let's start with the in fact, let's come out here, shall we? All right, so what's the time? It is 1:30. All right, so hey Siri, create an event for 48 hours to check hourglasses. No. Hey Siri. Try to listen.
Listen is scheduled from tonight to Tuesday.
Hey Siri. Just stop.
There's nothing to stop here.
Yes, there is. Okay. Hey Siri. Create an event in 48 hours time to check hourglasses.
You already have Steve Merritt big time at 12:30 p.m. Should I schedule it anyway?
Yes.
Time to check hourglasses is scheduled from 1:29 p.m. to 2:29 p.m.
Not check hourglasses. Check our whatever. Anyway, let's go. Let's go. Me and Siri don't get on very well. Okay, so what I want to do now is, if you come into here, which is it's a bit laggy actually. Let's change lobbies. This is before they do anything else in this game. Before they do anything else, this is what I want them to fix. Before they do anything else in this game, I want them to fix the servers. Before they do anything else. I just want the servers fixed. Hi, can we open a mystery box? Yeah, man, you can open a mystery box. You should. Love the Egyptian room. It's awesome, right? All right, so hopefully this is a better server. Yeah, look, this is a much better server. So the reason I just had a head there was that's an API issue with OpenLoot. API is not connecting to OpenLoot, which is why I can't see my NFTs. And that's all. That's awesome. That can be fixed. Right, so you start here. You start down here, right? So as we come up to Watertown. Yeah, but until they fix the rubber banding, they should stop giving codes out. That's my opinion. They shouldn't be bringing new people into the game if they can't manage the servers with a current load. So we're coming up to here, up towards the town. And what we're looking for is a starter gear. Right? So if we come up to this Vendroid here, we can actually pick up some starter gear. And this is just basic starter gear that you can pay 1 gold each for. Yeah?
Have a nice day.
But we also want to come and get some pocket watches. Now, I don't remember where we get these from. That's not it. Is it over here? No. Where's guys, can you remember? Can you remember where you can pick up the other starter watches from? Is it up the back here? I can't remember where it is. Is it by this tree? It's not over there, is it? Where? What's in here? Oh. Really? Okay, I'm just lagging. They're outside towards the forest. Oh yeah, so you go up the top. Is it the line of people at the top there, right? Is that it? It's definitely not this way, is it? It's over here. Can I go up this way? I don't think I can get up here though, right? No. Can I get up here? Yeah, I can. Right, so is it these? Is it these guys over here? Ah, there we go, there we go, there we go. So this is Time Warrior Trainer, right? Here's a bunch of starter Time Warrior gears for you. Okay, so here they are, right? So Shadow Blade, Time Warrior, we've got Chronomancer, and we've got Quantum Fixer. So now I've got this gear, right? I've got this starter pocket watch here. So let me just get rid of this stuff. Hold on. Let's do this. Let's do this. And also let's get rid of this stuff. Alright, so that's that gear. Nice, nice, nice. Okay. Alright, let's change this first. So we're gonna put this gear on. Okay. Is there a time limit to open the boxes? No, you can do it anytime. I forgot what they were for a minute, sorry. Okay, so, right. There we go. Chuck my starter gear on. Alright, now let's also go for a Chronomancer. Nice, nice, nice. Now we can change. I needed to do this anyway, so this is really good. I can do a video off the back of this. And now we're just going to put this gear on him. Nice. Alright, now we're going to go and get our Quantum Fixer. Change the timeline. Boom. You should always have a level 0 watch on you. Always have a level 0 watch on you. There's a reason. I will explain the reason in a moment. And let's go and grab the Shadow Blade. Okay. There we go. Perfect. Alright. So now that we've got that, just give me 1 second. Okay. So now that we've got all that gear, I'm going to do a video on this later. But now that we've got all of this gear, we're going to go back down to the bottom. And we're going to talk about this. In fact, we'll just stay here. We don't need to go anywhere. We'll stay here. Right, so this is where we need to be. These are the 4 guys. Right. So let's talk about this. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to look at our timelines, right? So we've got all of these level 1s. And the reason you want to keep a level 1 is because if you go, and I did a video on this and I talked about this. This is kind of, I just want to quickly show you this. I want to show you this because this is like, this is good to know. This is good stuff to know. Right, I'm going to give you some alpha. I'm going to give you a little sneaky. Oops. This is fine. This is fine. Loads of health. I thought I was going to die there. I'm not going to lie. I thought I was dead. I want to go over here. Right. So, if I go to the waypoint, right? And let's say I want to go to the ice castle. It's going to cost me 2,200 gold. In fact, yeah, I think that's probably the most expensive, right? Yeah. 2,200 gold. 2,200 gold. Watch this. Press tab. Change to a level 1. To a level 1. Try it again. 154 gold. I'm just saying. Gold's not easy. That gold's not easy to find. So always have a level 1 pocket watch on you because it allows you to fast travel. Devs, if you're watching, if you're developers, close your ears. This is not for you. It's a weekend. It's a Sunday. You don't need to write anything down. You don't need to remember anything. If you're a developer, you can switch off. Here's an ad. Just for the developers. Everyone else, let's go. Okay. Don't fix that. It's not broken. Okay. So, let's talk about this, shall we? We're going to start with Time Warrior because I believe that Time Warrior is probably the class that you should start with. Alright, let's do this. So, what we need to know, what we need to understand, and this is important, is that there are many different types of pocket watches. You could have multiple pocket watches that are the same level, that are the same rarity, but that have different statistics. Like, for example, this is a cadet, Evermore Cadet, right? Now, if I look at some of the other pocket watches here, this one is a Void Shadowblade pocket watch of Brilliance and Wind Kicks. So this is going to give me some additional bonuses. It's going to give me free abilities in Wind Kicks. It's going to give me additional energy, dexterity, and agility, and something called a Void Dodge as well. So it's giving me these extra abilities that I wouldn't necessarily have. So, and that doesn't, it's not because it's rare or because it's a tier 3. I could have a completely different rare tier 3 that does something else. The same here, right? This is a Learning Swordsmanship Entombing Chronomancer pocket watch of the Scholar and Penetrating and Mind and Time. It's really easy to remember that one. So just be aware that every single pocket watch that you find will have different base stats and different abilities that are unlocked. Like this Time Warrior has Into the Fray and Paths of Fury unlocked. Okay, so there'll be different things that will be unlocked. So what we're going to do now is we're going to look at this level 1. We're going to start at the very beginning. So with a level 1, you're going to have max health of 98, max energy of 103. You've got 20 strength. These are your stats here. And if I come across to my skill tree, I can see my player stats and I can actually change these. Now, certain items that I want to equip require certain player stats. And your player stats are linked to your watch that you're wearing. So what you need to understand, and this is the most important thing, is you need to know what stats you've got. What damage do you do? How much regeneration do you have? Like, all of these things are like super important for you to know, right? So if I was to give you an image to help you kind of understand this, if we were to like talk through this, I would probably give you this. So this is probably the best way to get started here. You've got agility. Agility will increase your evasion and your movement speed. Evasion and movement speed. So a good agility-based hero is a Shadow Blade. So if you are a Shadow Blade, you will want to get evasion, which you will get from dexterity, because that also gives you evasion. You'll want to get agility to get your movement speed. So you want to consider that if you're an agility hero like a Shadow Blade, you want to be finding items, armor and weapons and pocket watches that boost your agility and your dexterity. They're the things you'll want to focus on. All right, so understanding agility is important. Dexterity. Dexterity will increase your evasion and your accuracy attributes. Okay, evasion and accuracy. Wisdom increases your max energy and your energy regen rate. All right, so wisdom is going to be for your chronomancer that can cast a lot of spells, or your quantum fixer, constantly casting healing. So wisdom is something that's going to go for your mages. Vitality will increase your maximum health and your elemental resistance. So your frontline tanks, your time warriors, they need vitality. Strength. Strength will increase your max health and your non-magical damage. Again, your time warriors. But also something that you could level up a little bit in your Shadow Blades. And then intelligence. Intelligence will increase your maximum energy and your magical damage attributes. So definitely one for the Chronomancer there. Invite link for the Discord is not working. I know. I'm sorry. Let me just give you another link. It's because I haven't... I haven't renewed. I basically... I'll be honest. I stopped paying for all the boosts because I was boosting my server so much, and it was expensive, like, you know, to keep boosting my server. I didn't care about the vanity URL anymore, and that's the problem. The reason the link's broken is because it's the vanity URL, and I just like I said, I was done wasting money and stuff like that. So anyway, here we go. Let me give you that link. There you go. That's the Discord server if you need it. So anyway, yeah. So this is the point. These are the 6 player stats, all right, that you really want to pay attention to. So these are here: strength, and if you hover over it, it tells you what they do: strength, dexterity, intelligence, vitality, agility, and wisdom. All right, and this as well. So everything you can hover over here, it tells you about. So what we want to do, if we go to our inventory, is we want to look at what we get here. So this junk starter chest piece is going to give us 1 max health and 1 energy. All right. This is going to give us 1 max health and 1 max energy. This is going to give us the same, and this is going to give us a bit of damage. So when you look at items, things like your helmet is always going to boost your intelligence and your wisdom. Your chest is going to boost your health. Your legs and your arms are going to boost your dexterity and your agility. And your weapon's going to boost your damage. And then you've got your armlets, your belts, and your rings, okay? So what you're going to want to do is, the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to find a dungeon. And obviously at level 1, you're going to want to find a base dungeon. Something just to start with, right? Best place to go to start, to get started, is going to be up the top here. So just come away from Watertown to the right-hand side. You're kind of heading north. And then you're going to go west. You'll come up this path. You're looking for a basic dungeon. Now, you can go into a level 5 dungeon. You can go into a level 5 dungeon. Now, here's one here. Because we're solo, we want to be careful. Alright, so this is like a... The hell? Oh, someone there. So we want to go into like a level... that's a level 15 to 20. We definitely don't want to go in there. And there's a guy chasing us now, which is not a good idea either. So we're going to run away from him. We're going to rubber band our way over here. And hopefully this will be a nice, easy one. Level 8 to 13. See, level 8 to 13 is too high for us. You also want to make sure you always get your combos off. It's always important to get your combos off. You do much more damage on the 4th attack. Alright, let's get away. I can probably level up just killing these 2 here, actually. Wow. Okay, so I think I'm lagging here. Yep. Okay, I'm probably going to end up dying here. Let's just run away because the server's being a bit weird. I want to get us into a dungeon. That's the idea here. I'm trying to get us into a dungeon so we can pick some items up so I can show you. And typically there's nothing here. Wow. Really? Like nothing? Like no portals at all? Okay. Yeah, they need to fix these servers. Like, the first thing I want to see them do, I want to see them fix these servers. I know they're on it. I know they're fixing it. I'm willing to give them time. I know a lot of people are freaking out. Like, we're spending money on this game. Like, it's not, like, yeah, I get that. But this is early access, right? But they do really need to fix this. It's not fair that the rubber banding ruins the game. Here we go, level 3 to 8. We're going, we can't go in. We're actually going to die here. This is not good. Help me! Yeah, we're actually going to die here because we're lagging out so bad and we've got no health gen and... Ah! You're like a level 7. Come on, guys. Keep coming. There's a tree behind me. I couldn't move. Alright. And there's our lesson. Oh, that amused me. Sorry. Lol. Oh dear. You can't, there's nothing you can say. I mean, look at the channel name. Look at the name of my channel. What do you expect? Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. I apologise. I was just trying to get into there, but do you know what? I don't want to waste time. So, what I was trying to say is you're going to be going... I want to go into a dungeon. We'll do that in a sec. Let's go to the skill tree first. All right, let's talk about the skill tree. As you go around the map, you're going to locate different people. So if I come over to the right-hand side here, there's some shadow blades here. These are all level 1. See, this is Path of Gladstone. Yeah? So if I come in here and I look at this, you'll notice it's not here. There's nothing here for this. If I go to this passive tree, all right, you're going to see here, level 1, Path of Gladstone. Okay, so I can unlock these as I go. Now, these passive trees, it's irrelevant of your pocket watch. You can do these at any point in time. So if I do Path of Hoarding on the passive tree, that is going to allow me, you know your material slot where you've got materials, but you can only have like a certain amount of things? Like if I go to inventory materials, you only have like 10, right? The reason I've got extra is because in my passive tree, I did this. Crafting material slot increase 1, crafting material slot increase 2. So you can do that all the way down here. And you can actually have, all this is, Path of Hoarding gives you additional material spaces. That's what this does. So you need to find these Path of Hoarders. All right, there's 5 of them in total. Once you get the next one, like once I get there. So Path of Hoarding 2. Yeah, just need to upgrade. So I think I need to put, yeah, I've done this one. I need to do this one. So if I do Path of Hoarding 2, then I'll be able to do this one and then this one. And so that's the passive tree. In terms of the pocket watch, is the same thing. I need to find the Path of Shadows 1, and the Path of Ninjutsu, the Path of Traps, and the Path of Shadow Blade. Now they're over the other side. So on the right side here, that's the guys for the passive. If I come over the other side to the left, whoa, and I don't rubber band too much in the process. Okay. If I rubber band one more time, we're going to change servers. Okay, let's change servers. It's frustrating, but it is what it is. God, look at these pings. They're horrific. This is what they need to fix. They need to fix this before they do anything else. I would say within the next week, in fact, within the next few days, I really want to see the team fix the servers. Like, I don't want them to... they shouldn't be focusing on anything else right now. Nothing else. I don't want to see them giving more codes out. I don't want to see them promoting new events. I don't want to see them doing anything else. The next message I want from the team is we've fixed the server lag. That's it. Because it's actually an unplayable game at the moment, and it is so unenjoyable because of this. They need to fix it. So here we go. These are the guys, the Shadowblade guys. They're right here. So if we go and speak to this guy here, this is the Path of Shadowblade Journeyman. I can talk to him, all right, and it's going to unlock this skill for me. So now if I go back to my skill tree, right, it says Path of Shadowblade 1 needs trainer. Path of Shadowblade 1. Learning a path will unlock a power skill. The devotee will know you're ready to learn. Okay. So it seems like it won't let me do it because I already did it on a different watch. Maybe that's a bug. That feels like a bug, right? That feels like a bug. Or maybe... Oh, I need to be level 5. Do I? Oh, yeah, character level 5. Fair play, fair play. Well played, well played. See, you know more than me. Thank you. So once I get to level 5, I can come back here and I can talk to those. My bad, my bad. So I need to get to level 5. So once I unlock this, like the Path of the Shadow 1, I can then start to unlock things like Shadow Blast, Shuriken, etc, etc. The only thing I can do right now is Ninja Leap, which I highly, highly recommend putting a point in. Highly recommend putting a point in Ninja Leap. And Shadow Meld, which I actually know I need character level 2 for this, so I can't even do that. So the only thing I can do right now, apart from Sweep the Leg, which, I mean, I don't necessarily think this is great, but, you know, you might. Yeah. You might like it. I don't think I can do anything else. I think I can confirm 1 point in there. Yeah. And at this stage, I don't think I can do anything else. I can't add anything else on here. It says I've got 2 stat points. It's not letting me apply them. So, yeah, we've got this Ninja Leap. Now we need to get to level 5, right? So what I can do is I can come back to my inventory, go to my abilities, and I can apply these abilities. So you don't need your spawn personal metaverse. You just don't need this. You can press O, and it does the same thing. So you can just press O, and that works. So let's put sit and rest in here, right? We'll do that. All of these DBNOs, they're from the skill tree and the passive tree. You can unlock these here. And I do recommend unlocking these as you go. You can unlock these from the start. And the reason I recommend unlocking these is because this one is a DBNO stands for down but not out. You know when you get knocked, but you're not dead and someone can revive you? So this one's really great because if someone's reviving you and they get attacked, it cancels the revive. But you can click this button and it will knock all the enemies back and stop them attacking the person reviving you, giving them a chance to finish the revival. So there's other things that you can do here. You'll shroud your friends with invisibility. So this one's really good so that they can't, like you can make you and your friends invisible so they can't be seen, which means they can't be attacked. So having these at the start of the game is actually really good. So your hotbar is going to be pretty much filled with these. And then what I'm going to do is my mouse button, I'm going to have the Ninja Leap. Alright, and the other stuff doesn't matter. So now I can Ninja Leap, which is really important for moving. Now I need to go and find these dungeons. But I don't think a Shadow Blade is a good place to start. And if I'm looking at a Shadow Blade as someone that's like skilled mine up to level 30, I think Backstab at the moment doesn't feel good as a skill. It is a very powerful skill, but it doesn't feel good. I think at the moment, the thing that I do the most is Ninja Leap, because why not? Because it gives you the ability to just move quicker. That's why everybody wants to be a Shadow Blade, so they can move quicker. Rend shielding, very, very good. When you get towards some enemies that have got shields, and by the way, you can see it says good against here. Now, there's actually 4 things. The first is a barrier, then you've got a shield, then armor, then health. So if they've got a shield and they've got a blue bar and you rend them, you will render the shield useless. And so this is a good one to learn. Definitely rend shielding is good in team fights. Backstab is obviously quite good normally, and it does a lot of damage, but I don't recommend backstab. Shadow meld 100%. The reason for shadow meld is because if one of your friends gets knocked and they're down, you cast shadow meld, you run through the enemies, you pick your friend up, and then you dash out. It's a way to be able to heal people without getting killed or hurt. So, sweep the leg, I don't bother with that. I don't think it's worth it. I don't bother with backstab anymore. Backstab used to be the meta. It doesn't seem to be now. Grasping roots, I'll be honest, I don't know. I've not used it. Maybe. Shuriken, really good. Shuriken is really good. And there's also another watch that you can get that gives you an additional skill. So this is the base skill. If I wanted to have additional paths open, Shadow Blast is also quite good, but the radius is really crap. So you have to be literally on top of them to do that. Ninja Leap Evasion could be good. Shuriken Slow is good. Explosive is good. So I would go for a ranged build, where I would go for Ignition Powder's crap. I wouldn't even bother with that. It's a waste. Backstab Rock, don't bother with that. This one's really, really good because when it's at max level, it leaves a copy of yourself behind, which attacks the enemies. So you can literally create a decoy of yourself. Hey, how you doing, guys? I do have some codes. I will sort them out a bit later. So yeah, leaving a copy of yourself, the decoy, really good. This one as well, for evasion, is really good. I don't bother with this one, but this one's good as well. So I would normally go for Shuriken and an explosive. And I would go for rend. And I actually do like Shadow Blast because it's really good against shields. It does a bit of damage against armor and health. So it can be quite good as an AoE spell. So that's what I would focus on for this. Now, because this is a basic pocket watch, you can also get cogs. And cogs are going to open up different skill trees. So let me just give you an example of what I mean by that. If I go to my timeline and change to a different Shadow Blade. This Shadow Blade, the cadet one, if I go to my skill tree, you'll see here, because I've got, in fact, let me just show you this. I can't see my cogs for some reason. Huh. I can't see my cogs. Which are there, but not showing up. And I don't know why. But, for whatever reason they're not showing up, there are 2 cogs that are attached to this pocket watch. And those 2 cogs give me additional skills. So, for example, here, Shuriken Fan. So, Shuriken Fan is something that I have from a cog that gives me a new ability. Launches multiple shurikens where the player directs damage dealing to enemies hit by shurikens. So, I can have Shuriken and Shuriken Fan and fire them independently. And I can have the explosive Kunai, which gives me 3 different ranged attacks that I can fire off one after the other. I'm finding right now with Shadow Blade that a good build is to go 3 different types of ranged attack into you kind of jump in. You do your 3 ranged attacks. You jump in, do a Shadow Blast, do a rend, and then dash out. Reset the fight. That right now feels like one of the best ways to play this, even though this is just not really the meta right now, and I don't feel like this time watch is really the best one to be leveling, personally. Another way you could do it is go for backstab, get the points in grasping roots, so that you can trap and root enemies. You can then shadow meld to go invisible, walk around behind them and backstab them, but this is like a single target hero, and you're just dealing with hordes at the moment, and so it's not really that effective. It's great against bosses that are down to their health, but yeah, I don't know. I'm just not feeling it at the moment, if I'm honest with you. Just not feeling it. So, yeah. And it also tells you like what it kind of scales with and what you want to be focusing on. But you'll see that what I'm doing from this this hero here, this is an item that gives me mitigation, evasion, and accuracy. Massive amounts of it. This is an item that gives me max health, but it also gives me block and mitigation. This gives me mitigation, block, and dodge. So for a Shadow Blade, most of my ability to tank in a fight doesn't come down to me sustaining damage. It comes down to me simply being able to dodge. This one as well, evasion, block. This one here, dodge, mitigation, evasion. 162 evasion on these. So when you look here at my stats for my hero, I've only got 850 health. I'm pretty squishy. I've got 1,100 max energy, which is ridiculous because I just don't need that much energy. But have a look at what I've got here. Accuracy. 640 accuracy. 850 evasion. 850 evasion. 477 dodge. Alright? So let's go back and look and compare this. So let's compare the 850 evasion on this. And it's only a level 2. Let's go back to the starter. And look at the stats on the starter. Evasion, 270. So the difference is 850 to 270. Do you see the difference that the items can make? So this is what you want to think about. When you're thinking about a Shadow Blade build, you want to be thinking of mitigation, dodge. You want to be thinking of evasion and agility. Those are the stats that are going to play into your hero. And those are the things. Now, you can obviously play with a meta. You can do different builds. You can go for a two-handed sword and strength build if you want to, and go tank and just break the meta. And you can play with it. And that's the beauty of this game, is it gives you that ability to kind of play with this. But you have to decide, like, this is what it's designed for. And again, if you're going to play this hero, don't go for a two-handed weapon, because this hero doesn't have the strength. It's got low strength, so it doesn't have the strength to carry a two-handed weapon. So you're going to be limited in what you can have, and also you're going to be slow. You're much better with two one-handed weapons or dual weapon. Much, much better for you. I like going for the one-handed weapon. Chopper's pretty good. You decide. You do you. You could also go for like a one-handed weapon and a shield if you wanted to. Give you a little extra bit of protection there. But that's kind of what you want to be focusing on for this build, if you're doing this. All right, let's switch over here to Time Warrior. Time Warrior is going through a different approach. You're a tank. You jump into a fight and you tank. So some things that I would consider if you're going to play Time Warrior, and this is probably the first one that I would go for, you really want to get Barbarian Shout. Absolutely. As soon as you get level 2, save your points. Don't get Warrior Kick. There's no point. Ignore Warrior Kick. Save your points. And when you get level 2, Barbarian Shout. This, when done correctly, is a stun. And it tells you what it is in the bottom left here. Sends a shockwave emanating from the warrior, dealing damage and stunning nearby enemies. The stunning aspects of this ability only work on targets within 10 levels of your own level. So if you're level 1, you can stun anything up to level 10. So I highly, highly, highly recommend this. This can be the difference between life and death between you and your team. It allows, if you go in with a stun first, it allows a follow-up with AoE and a lot of people to come in and fight. So this is really good. Taunt as well later is something that's good when you're strong enough that you can taunt the enemies. But for now, Barbarian Shout. What you really want to try and put this alongside is Lesser Rage. Lesser Rage increases your melee damage, so it allows you to do more damage. So having Barbarian Shout and Lesser Rage, really, really good. There's other things that you can go for in this. Whirlwind is definitely a great one to go for. So you go in, you do a Barbarian Shout, and then you Whirlwind. Just before you go in, you do Lesser Rage, then you Barbarian Shout, and then you Whirlwind. Easy kills. So that's something I would focus there. Now also, this is a limited pocket watch, right? Oh, but also you're going to be working on vitality, your vitality and strength, and maybe a bit of dexterity and agility. All right, you're not going to bother with intelligence and wisdom. You are a strength-based vitality hero. that needs a bit of accuracy and evasion. So dexterity on the back end. So strength first, then vitality, then dexterity. Lord of the Deed is good. Yes, absolutely. Lord of the Deed is good. And there's actually a lot of really good things here, but you want to find it. See, if you look at what's available to you when you start, and Rend Barrier is good as well. It's another good one. Now, if I come across to a different pocket watch, so a good example here, if I can do this. Okay, so I need to change back to my starter. So whenever you change a pocket watch, you always share the inventory, but you do not share the bags. You do not share the bags. So I would need to put this up here or across here to be able to see this, right? Now, I'm actually going to get rid of my level 1. So this is my level 1 here. I'm going to get rid of that because I don't need this. All right, and I'm just comparing at the moment these two. So let's go to this tier 4. This is a tier 4 legendary Time Warrior. Okay, so a tier 4. This is the Mongoose-esque fraying Time Warrior pocket watch of the Scholar and the Colossus and Wolf and Shouting. Sure. Let's look at the skill trees. So now I've got Super Frost. Oh yeah, Super Frost. There is nothing like super frosting your way into the enemy's face. Also, I have some other abilities here that you otherwise wouldn't see. And these can be really helpful and really good. So one of the things that I like to do with this hero is Unstoppable Shout. Into the Fray, I don't really like. It's good. It basically, you launch yourself into the air and then you jump down in the middle of the fight. So what I would tend to do here is I would tend to go for Lesser Rage into the Fray and then Barbarian Shout followed by Whirlwind. That would be my play. There are other skills that you can get. Now, if you get a pocket watch, and this is why you always want to look at the pocket watch to see what's available. Like, what are the potential things that I can do? Now, don't worry. If you get a great pocket watch that doesn't have something, like was mentioned in the chat, which is a very good point, Lord of the Dead is really good. If you get a pocket watch that doesn't have that skill, you can get the cogs, and the cogs can be used to open up additional paths. So you might find a couple of paths that work for you. And I need to do a list of like everything that's available, but there's so much. But this is basically what you want to do for your Time Warrior build. Okay, you want to make sure you go for your Barbarian Shout, Lesser Rage, and work towards your Whirlwind. That would be the Where did I get it? I found it on a dead body somewhere. I'm not exactly sure. Okay, so next we're going to have a quick look at the Chronomancer. Alright, so Chronomancer. Now, if you're going to play the Chronomancer, go to the skill tree. The first thing you're going to want to get is your Minor Frostball and your Minor Fireball. Alright, you need to get points in both of these. Unfortunately, I don't have enough points to do so. But I get to the next level and I'm going to be able to do this. I don't know why I can't do it now. It says stat points too, so I thought I'd be able to. Oh, no skill. I've got no skill. It's stat points. Sorry, no skill points. I need another skill point. So get to level 2 and put one in Minor Frostball. Alright, so Energy Meditation's not really that good. I don't really like it that much. But these are different things that you can do. So you're looking here. Summon Ally Portal. Super, super helpful. It is so expensive to be able to get a team portal. This is just a great... You being the guy that can... You get to the gate, the boss room, and you're waiting for someone, you can just summon an ally. So this is a huge, huge team. Obviously, if you're playing solo, don't get this if you're playing solo. But if you're playing with a team, this is a really good team item. So the idea here is Rend Armor also could be good, but you're going to be more backline, so maybe not so much. Energy Meditation for the team could be good, but I don't think it's that good. It's got a massive cooldown of 2 minutes, and let's just be honest, it doesn't really do enough healing. Frost Nova's good to have, and then, yeah, Minor Frostball, Minor Fireball, and then same here as well. So, this has a chance to double tap, hitting the target with another So it basically does a second attack. And same again. So, yeah. So this one, Minor Devolve, is quite good because all enemies in a radius have their level and a number of stats lowered, which is nice. And yeah, that's basically the play you're going to go for here. So the idea here is you're going to be a ranged hero that's able to do damage with your fireballs. And so having that ability. Now, I do have a different... Dun, 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 if I can find it. I maybe don't have it on me, actually. Oh, I do. I have it here. So, as before, as I mentioned... Let's do this. I have another tier 4 legendary, right? So this is my Chronomancer tier 4 legendary. So now I'm going to have different things available to me. So here I've got Glacial Intonement. So what I can do here, if I wanted to do this, is I can do... Let's say I'm getting into a fight with someone and I'm getting in a fight at a distance. See if I can find a bad guy. Hold on. I don't think I can get up here. I don't even know why I'm running around there. I kind of knew I couldn't get up there, and yet I still ended up running that way. Sorry, my bad. One sec. And from where can you reset your points to set it up? Oh, great question. I'm going to take you there right now. So you come up this path away from Watertown, as if you're going up to the forest. You should all know this path by now. Let me just kill this guy first. So look, I can do this damage right now. Look, I'm doing like 3 damage. It's like nothing, right? Look, 1. Range damage, but it doesn't do anything. But look what happens here, look. Look at that damage. Look at that damage. And watch this, ready? So here, I do an area of damage. Oh. Wow, okay. Here we go. Look at that. Do you see what I mean? You're a spellcaster. You're not a damage-dealing ranged hero. You're a spellcaster. There is another reset place down on the beach as well. I tend to use this one. But yeah, you can use either of them. So, it's this way. It's right here. These 2 orbs. You're basically, wherever you can find these orbs, you have to pay like 1,000 gold. So this one is for your stat points. Stat points being you've got player stats, and this one being your skill points, basically being your player skills. So you can reset all of these skills here, and you can reset all of your stats down here, there. Those 2 orbs. Just walk up to them. When you walk up to it, click it, pay 1,000 gold, and it resets. Same when it's click it, pay 1,000 gold, and it resets. And yeah, there's another one down on the beach. I think it's over that way, I think. Okay, so that's Chronomancer. So another one to consider. Now for this, because you're going to be firing these spells off all the time, you're going to be using loads of energy, right? This one, you press it once, it gives you a circle. It's not a big radius, but you can do that. But look, you're using up, and they're quite low cooldowns. So these are your fights. Yeah? Cool. So now we understand that. We're going to go and have a look at the next one that we have. Change the timeline one last time. And this time, dun, 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 we're going to be the Quantum Fixer. So Quantum Fixer is all about healing. Okay, light heal. You've got heal aura drone. Fortified gates are really good to have if you get your fortified gates. And later on, when you level up your gates... you're going to be able to have other gates, which is going to give you the ability to have energy gates and things like that. And they're really good. So your team can walk through these gates and get a boost in whatever they need. So really, really good. This with the energy gate, really good. Yep, then you've got Heal Beam, which is a nice one. There's also Resurrection. Instant Revive. All of these skills. Super, super good to have. Anything green here basically is what you're looking for. Because you are a healing... You're just doing healing heal. So yeah. The drone's really good. They follow... it will seek out... yeah, so the heal drone. There we go. So summon a floating drone with a healing aura. The drone will seek out a friendly who needs it the most. Just go through, read them, figure it out as you go. I recommend, my advice is to play every character up to level at least 10. Level up every pocket watch to level 10, because then you'll understand how the basics of it works. And when you get into fights, you'll then understand the difference between you. Really? I'm lagging. I can't. Wow. You know what? Screw you. It's lagging. It wasn't attacking. So yeah, hopefully that helps you. I know we've just gone through a lot there, but that's the basics of the skill tree and the different things that you can get. Now, cogs can make a difference, but ultimately, the different pocket watches that you pick up, you're going to find ones that are going to be better as you go through the game. Now, if you pick up a tier 4, technically it's going to be better than a tier 1, but you can only unlock them at certain levels. So, a tier 1 and a tier 2, you can unlock pretty much straight away. A tier 3, you need to be level 20. So I think a tier 2 is at level 10, a tier 3 is at level 20, and a tier 4 is at level 30. I would get to level 20 or 25, unlock your tier 3, and then boost that bad boy all the way up to your tier 6. That would be my advice if you're going to play this. It's up to you. There's multiple ways you can do it, but if I was going to do it, that's the way I would do it. I will do a YouTube video on this, and I'll make it much better. Obviously, this is just me going through it with you at the moment. So, for now, don't worry too much about this. I'll do a really nice breakdown on a video for you to talk about this and how you can level these up and what all of this stuff means. Obviously, try and save some stat points, because you might have an item that you find and it says you need 2 extra dexterity. You can just come in here and pop them in to get that item. Rings and stuff are good for that. You'll be able to, in fact, if we just head over to the shop, if I can get there, that is, because we're gonna rubber band again. Devs, fix the servers, please, 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 dear God, fix the servers. Look, what is this? What am I doing? Look at me. Alright, chat with a Vendroid. So, because this is a Shadow Blade chess piece, the Shadow Blade focuses on agility and dexterity, which is why, if we look at this item, it requires a dexterity of 41. But because I am not a dexterity-based hero, mine is only 20. Now, rather than you trying to pump an extra 21 points into dexterity, there's no point in doing that. You just need to understand that this is not the right item for this hero. So when you find the right item for this hero, it'll be much easier for you to put on. So
come on in. We have some great items.
Let's go back, and we're gonna put on, change my timeline. We're gonna go for a level 1 Time Warrior, right? Level 1 Time Warrior. So we come into here now. Now look, here is a level 1 item. So this item here, probably not the best one actually.
Maybe
yeah.
I can help you with something.
So is there a tier 1? There's not.
What are you looking for?
I was looking for a tier 1, but there's not. But there's a tier 2 here.
Look, don't turn.
So this tier 2 item needs an intelligence of 54, right? But I don't have it. But if I look here, this requires strength, and I've got that. So I could get this. I'm not going to buy it, but I could get this because it's going to give me a lot more damage. So get rid of your junk item as quick as you can and get a decent tier 1. Something that's focused on max melee damage, strength, and vitality. And then don't just look to swap out your items for the best stats. Swap out your items for the best stats and abilities for that particular hero and what it is you're doing. Alright, so in this instance, I don't want these kind of junk weapons. They're pointless to me. I'm much better with something like this. But you're better off picking it up in raid. Much better picking it up in raid. So when you're starting to find loot around the floor, look for the loot that you want, pick it up. Rarity doesn't always mean it's better. You need to just check stuff out as you go through. Like this is a level 4 weapon, which is going to be better than a level 1 weapon. As you use a weapon, you level it up, you can do more with it. It gets stronger. So, yeah, lots of things to consider there. And then the cogs, as I mentioned. So this one would give, so this cog would give me weapon mastery subtree. So this would give me sword expertise. It would also give me dual blade and shuriken fan. So do you see those 3 extra things I get from this? So it could be worth me having this cog. This is a good cog to have. Which is why when you're looking at loot, you always want to look at what loot you can get. Whatever pocket watch you're playing, that's kind of where you want to focus. So I can start renting Rare Small, Forge, Armory, Lunar Time Warden. Okay, I mean, yeah, so that 90... So what is that? That's 100, 120, 130, $140 and you're set up for a month. Are you going to be able to utilize that? Are you going to be able to utilize that? You're also going to need to have some crystals. You're going to need some crystals. And so I don't think that you need to start off with.
Come on in. We have some great items.
To start off with, I don't think you need the forge and the armory because you're not going to use them at the start. Because in order to craft, you're going to need big time, and you're not going to have big time at the start. You're going to need to get your hourglasses going. You might want to buy your hourglasses. You might want to unlock the extra slot. Don't forget, when you're looking on your character screen and you go to your collection, 4 of these are going to be locked, and you're going to have to unlock them. So you're going to need to get some of these time crystals. That's something you're going to need. So you might be better at the moment with just a basic space. Also, if you're getting a rare small space will only have 2 doors. So you can only attach 2 things to it. So one will be your Time Warden, and then you'll have to switch out between your Armory and your Forge. So one of them's always going to be sitting there doing nothing. So I wouldn't even bother with those at the moment. I would just bother with a Time Warden, that's all. Just literally with a Time Warden. And I wouldn't bother with a Forge or the Armory for now. Now, you're going to need big time to be able to craft, right? So get some big time first and then rent your armory later when you've got some big time and once you've got some materials. But all in the meantime, level up, because what you're going to need is an absolute abundance of Blushfire or Terracore, depending on what you go for. Whether it's, you know, Terracore is what's going to be used inside, I forget which one it is now, but I think, yeah, Terracore is the one that's going to be used within your weapon, I think, and Blushfire is the one that's going to be, no, yeah, sorry. Terracore is the one that's used in your armory and Blushfire is the one that's used in your forge. So, yeah, like a rare small and a Time Warden, and then you need to just be recharging and using that. But again, using 1 hourglass, it doesn't really, and you don't need, you actually don't even need to have the Time Warden, because if you've got a Lunar Time Warden, you can only recharge commons. You might even be better just buying them off the marketplace, using them, and then selling the empty glasses. It's going to take you a couple of days to do that, but that's totally up to you. But that's definitely the right play. But you will need some premium crystals, some time crystals, so just bear that in mind. All right, let's
Look with your eyes, not with your hands. Keep them where I can see them. What a beautiful day today. Look, don't touch. If you break it, you buy it.
No, go away.
Welcome. What can I...
Okay, hopefully that helps, guys. Hopefully what we talked about today's helped you. We'll go through this. I'll do some more videos. I'm going to call it there, though. I've got a lot of stuff I've got to go and do today, and it's Sunday. But just before we go, we're just going to check out... No, we're not. No, we're not. We're not going to do anything. A lot of people playing at the moment. We're going to go and check out one more time the metaverse, but I need to go and sort that out. So I'm going to go now and sell a little bit of big time, just enough to buy some crystals. And that's the plan. But I will be back tomorrow. We'll be streaming again tomorrow. In fact, I might even stream tonight. We do play with a squad. They've got an incredible squad that we play with. We're smashing out dungeons at the moment. Yesterday, if you watched yesterday's stream, we were actually up in the ice Palace, and we were actually hitting like level 42s in the Ice Palace. We were only level 32, and we were smashing level like 42 dungeons, and we were actually winning. It was actually a lot of fun. We couldn't open any of the chests, but we did a good job. Yeah, no worries. That's what we're here for, right? We're going to go through all of this. I'll do lots and lots of content. I've got so much content that's going to be coming out in this game. We're going to go through and we'll talk about builds. We'll do so many things. I can't get into the game right now. It's bugged. But we will cover all of that sort of stuff like meta and things like that. But for now, just focus on leveling up. Get that pocket watch. Get leveled up. Get that character rank. That character rank needs to level up so you can apply better pocket watches. And get up to that tier 3 to tier 6. Either go with a tier 2 to tier 4 or tier 3 to tier 6. I recommend tier 3 because it's easier to get than tier 4. The grind to level 20 is a lot easier than the grind. Getting from 1 to 20 is super simple. It takes about the same amount of time to get from 20 to 22 as it does to get from 1 to 20. So just bear that in mind. That grind, the higher you are, the longer the grind. So 20 to 30 is a painful grind. So I would recommend at level 20 switching over your basic gear and your basic pocket watch to a tier 3 and then focusing on that to be able to actually kind of get to that point where because you're going to be so much stronger. And also, even though you start at level 1 again and you have to grind through, that grind on a tier 3, 1 to 15, or getting back, like getting from 1 to 20 is easy. Doing it again on a tier 3 is even easier. It's quick. You can do it in a single session. And that way, it's just not as painful. So my recommendation to a new player is get to tier 3 as quickly as possible and then just replace your starter gear. And then get each pocket watch to a minimum of level 10 or 15. So you can always switch them out. And you'll have and at that point, if you do that before you do anything else, if you have 4 pocket watches of each class, all at level 10 or 15, then you're going to have a great understanding of the basics of this game and what all the skills do. That's my advice to you. That's what I recommend. Before you even think about pay to earn or economy or prestige or any of that crap, focus on the basics. This is a free-to-play game. Get good at the game first, and it'll be easier to get the money later. Have an amazing day, everyone. I'll speak to you soon. Take care. Thanks for watching. Appreciate you all. Don't forget to pop over to YouTube. Check out the YouTube channel. I will post the link so you can check out the channel just before we go. But yeah, if you wanna follow me over there, I really appreciate it. Trying to build the channel up, and it's always helpful. And also, Twitch doesn't allow the videos to last that long, whereas there's a whole playlist for this game for Big Time. You'll be able to see that on my YouTube channel. So have an amazing day, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll speak to you again tomorrow.